Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you such a kind of a random video, like it just came up in my head. I was literally sitting here filming eye contact review videos because I had a lot of contact companies reach out to me to review the contacts. So yeah, but I was just thinking about something and I kind of wanted to tell you how I manifested my dream car. So if you're new to my channel, you should totally subscribe. If you're not new, thank you for coming back. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, and please subscribe. Like I'm in 2022, I'm going to be going on a manifestation journey. It's kind of wild how I manifested my car so quickly. Like, it's kind of scary. So if you want to follow me on my journey, I think I'm going to be doing one next year because a lot of stuff that I plan on manifesting, and I want to bring y'all on this journey with me. Okay, so yes, let's get started with the video. So I have a vision board over here on my wall. I've had this vision board since 2016, and I change it here and there, like if stuff like I don't really want anymore or stuff that I've gotten, I take it off. For the longest, I did not know how to drive. I was scared to learn how to drive, y'all. Like, I don't know, I had bad anxiety about driving. Like, just the thought of a car accident scared me not to drive even more, because like car accidents are scary. Okay, and I've been seeing some bad car accidents. Okay, so I didn't have my license. We were in a pandemic, so it wasn't much that I was doing anyways. I was always at home. I wasn't going out. So I was like, why not I just learn how to drive, you know? Because I'm going to have to learn how to drive one day. I'm 23, by the way. But I got my license at 22. But we're going to get to that because it's crazy. Okay, so I was sitting in my room one day and I just, you know, printed out some pictures of driver license photos. And I'm going to show the one that I put on my vision board. I think I put on my Pinterest, which is also a great place for vision boards. Okay, so yes, I printed a picture, like a pretty driver license picture, because I've always seen people like post their license pictures and they look so pretty in the mug. Not mugshot, but it technically is a mugshot. Okay. Oh my gosh, the cat outside my window. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's so cute. But anyways, I just printed out a driver license picture, put on my vision board, and left it at that. So of course, when you have a vision board, you have to put in the effort to get the things you want. I mean, sometimes it could just come naturally, but majority of the time you have to actually do something to make it happen, you know what I'm saying? So y'all, this happened so fast. Okay, so I knew how to drive. I knew how to operate a vehicle. I've been driving on and off since 2017, I want to say. So I knew how to work a car. Like, I just never really got comfortable driving on the road. So it wasn't really that hard for me to get my license because I knew how to operate a vehicle. I was just scared to take the driving test, that also. So I was like, I'm going to get my license, because the dream car that I wanted, I would go to the dealership all the time and I would just look at the car. I would sit in the car. I would have the salesperson tell me about the car. I would take pictures of the car. I would favorite them on my phone, so I'm like always going back to the car and looking at it. That's what I would do. Okay, so I'm dumb. I didn't know that you needed a license to buy a car, because you know, I always see like these celebrities and stuff, they'll buy their kid a car, but I never knew that you needed a license. I'm just stupid. Okay, disregard that. Okay, so I was like, okay, I gotta get my license to get this car. I don't know why it doesn't even make sense to buy a car without a license, because how you gonna drive it? I mean, I had my permit, but I thought that was enough. Anyways, I got my permit when I was 15, by the way, so it took me all the way up to 22 to get my license, which is wild to think about it. Like, I could have been had my license. I signed up for the test. Okay, y'all, oh my gosh. It's so weird. Okay, so I was graduating I was graduating college, and I had just came from my little graduation ceremony thing. We're in a pandemic, so we didn't really have a graduation. We had like this little thing where you go take your graduation pictures in front of the school logo, and then they give you like a commencement. It was a commencement ceremony. So I had just came from my graduation commencement ceremony from college, and I wanted to go to the dealership just to look at my car, my dream car. And the dream car that I initially wanted was a GLA 250 Mercedes Benz, and I might put a picture right here. It was red. I had on my vision board. I customized it myself on the Mercedes website, because you can customize the car yourself on the website. My mouth is getting dry. Okay, so I customized my red Mercedes car that I wanted, and I put on my vision board. And then okay, so I went to the dealership. I sat in the car, and I'm going to insert the video. I hope I don't get copyrighted, because Ariana Grande was most definitely playing inside the vehicle. That video, okay, yes, that was after my graduation. I had my hair all did. It was so cute. Okay, so I talked to the salesman, and obviously he told me I had to have a license to buy the car. I had my permit, but you need a license. So he gave me his business card, and then we told him about 2 months that I was going to be back. Like, I put a time limit. I was like, 2 months. I'm going to be back to get this car, okay? So this was in, okay, when did I graduate? I graduated in, okay, I got my license in May. I want to say it was March. Yes, I want to say it was March. So I got my license in May. So, March, April. I want to say, oh no, it was April. Okay, so I think that same weekend I signed up for a driving, I didn't sign up for a driving class. I booked an appointment for a driving test, because the pandemic was bad, so you had to book an appointment, because you can't just walk in and take one like you used to. So I booked an appointment for my license, and I want to say I had like 1 month to practice driving real good. So I watched YouTube videos of like the Florida driver license test, because I'm from Florida. So it was this YouTube video, and this driving teacher, he showed the whole test of the driving test for Florida, because it's different in each state. So I would practice that same thing he did, and y'all, it was the same test. Like, that test was easy. I got 100, y'all. I got 100 on that test. And I want to say that my driving instructor also played a big part in it, because he was so nice. Like, okay, y'all, I'm just so all over the place, y'all, because this is so crazy how this happened. Like, I'm just too excited to tell this story. Okay, so on the driving test, the teacher on the YouTube video told me that the instructor was going to be outside the car, not in the car with you, because of COVID and all that stuff. So I went into there thinking that the instructor was going to be outside calling me on the phone, telling me what to do in the parking lot. But no, he actually got in the car, and I had to drive somewhere. I was not prepared for that. Like, when he told me that my dad had to stay at the dealership, because on the YouTube video you had to have a guardian in the car with you while they tell you what to do on the phone. And I thought it was the same way, but I guess they didn't care. So the instructor got in the car with me, and that was that. I had to drive down the street, child. I had to drive in the neighborhood. I had to do all that stuff, but I got 100 still. So yes, that was good, y'all. I was so happy. Oh my gosh, I was so happy. I got my license and I literally got it like a month on my first try, and it was right after I came from the dealership that next month in May. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be taking my driver's test. So if you're new to my channel, you should totally subscribe. If you're not new, thank you for coming back. So let's get started. Okay, let me just get straight to the point, child. I am scared. Like, I've been practicing a lot, and I've been like practicing my parking. I have to use my mom's car because like that's the only liable car. So I have to it's an SUV, so I'm scared because like it's a bigger car, so parking is a little bit harder. And yeah, so that's what I'm mostly worried about. Everything else, I don't know, but we just got to see. I know it's different here in Florida. So yeah, we're on our way to the DMV, and I will update you once I get there. And I just hope I pass. I'm gonna say a strong prayer before I take this test. Okay, so I got my license in May. Boom. Okay, I was like, you know what, let me try to get my dream car. And y'all, I don't make that much money. Okay, I do work full-time. I do have a candle business. If you want us to buy my candles, you know, link is in the description, you know what I'm saying? Okay, but I do sell candles. You know, I have side hustles. So I felt like I was pushing myself over the edge, wanting something so materialistic, as you can say, at my age. But how I look at it is you only live once, and if you can afford it, then you can get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, we're not going to be here forever. All this stuff is borrowed technically, so why not live your life to the fullest while you're here on this earth? You know what I'm saying? So I try to look at it that way. I went to the dealership after I got my license. I had to book an appointment on the phone because this guy in my neighborhood, y'all, I have a lot of big time people in my neighborhood. This guy down the street is in charge of the jazz festival in Jacksonville. He's the president of the jazz festival, so we can have free tickets to go there. You know what I'm saying? We used to have a baseball player stay in our neighborhood. He moved. He was real friendly. He was an MLB baseball player too, child. We have some pretty big time people in our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So the dude down the street, he owns a Mercedes, and he recommended me to this guy. His name is Kyle. So I made an appointment with Kyle, and yeah, actually it was this other dude, and he took over for some reason, and my parents didn't like that he took over because we had called for Kyle and he kind of just took over, and it was kind of crazy. We'll get into that. But I went to the other dude, I think his name was Dean. I don't know if I should be saying their name, but oh well. And he gave me an estimate on the car the first time, and it was pretty high. Okay, it was pretty high. So I'm financing the car, so I didn't buy it in full because that's a lot of money to drop on a car like that. Okay, so he gave me an estimate of the prices, and they were too high. So I was like, let me think about it. So I went home, and then, as you know, there's a chip shortage, and the chip shortage causes the cars to cost kind of a lot of money, and a lot of the cars aren't in inventory right now. So the car that I wanted, I don't even think it was at the dealership. So we went outside, and he showed me some more cars, and y'all, I went there for a GLA 250, and I had to test drive the car, but he thought that I said GLB 250, so I test drove a GLB instead of a GLA, and I was kind of confused. I was like, okay, maybe the car that I want isn't here, so that's why he didn't let me test drive it. So I test drove the GLB. I loved it. It was a 2020 GLB. It was white. And yes, I test drove it and I loved it, but it wasn't the car that I went there for. So I was like, I don't know why I test drove this car because it's not the car that I went there for. But I find it so weird because I was looking in my notes on my phone and I wrote down the car February 18, 2021. I wrote down, you probably can't see it, but it says GLB 250 SUV. And I was like, why did I write that down in February? Y'all, I didn't even know nothing about that car back then. I don't think, like, I didn't even know I was going to get it. Like, that was in February. I want to say I wrote this down because I saw somebody driving it and I was like, oh my gosh, I like that car. It looked huge, but now that I have it, it doesn't look that big. I don't know, it's weird. But I wrote it down in February and I thought that was so weird because I was just looking through my notes, trying to clear out some of my notes, and I had that written down in February. I was not thinking about no cars in February like that, so that was weird. So like I said, I test drove the car. He talked to me about the estimates, but he had the wrong car. So he's over here telling me all these prices and stuff, and it wasn't even the car that I went there for. And then when I told him I wanted to see a GLA, he was like, oh. So he got it mixed up. But y'all, because of the chip shortage, the cars are very similarly priced. So the car that I wanted was about the same price as the GLB. So it was literally the same price, which is so weird because the car that I got is bigger than the GLA. So he took me around the back and he showed me some more cars, and then the white car, the white GLB, I'm gonna try to insert a picture of it because I took a picture of it. I was like, wow, it's the same price as what you were telling me. He was like, yeah. So I went home after that, and then I was like thinking, and right after I went home, right when I got home, I actually went to the Jeep dealership because I wanted a Jeep too, because like the prices were too high. But when I went to the Jeep dealership, they didn't have any Jeep Wranglers in stock because of the chip shortage. So once they come in, they sell immediately. So I was looking at cars that literally just got dropped off at the dealership from somebody that traded in. So I was like, I don't think that's gonna work, okay? And I really wanted that GLB that I drove in. Even though I went there for a GLA, I fell in love with the GLB. It's so weird how that worked because it's like he told me, it's like, I don't know, I drove a GLB when I went there for a GLA, but I got something better basically. It's just hard to explain. But right when I got home, I went on the Mercedes website. I printed out the GLB that I saw. I was like, oh my gosh, I want that. So I printed it out and I put it right on my vision board. Right? So I'm trying to figure out how this happened. I got a video on my YouTube channel of me buying the car. So if you want to see it, I will be putting that in the information card right here. But I think my dad had called back Kyle because we initially wanted to go to him because I heard he's the man when it comes to selling cars, you know what I'm saying? And that's who our neighbor recommended us to, not this other dude. But this other dude, he sold my mom their car. That's how he knew us so well and he wanted to work with us again. He sold my parents their Mercedes, but we wanted to talk to Kyle. My dad called him back and then he sent me some VIN numbers of the cars that he had got in or was getting in. He sent me the VIN number of the car. So I went there to go talk to him about it, and he talked to me about some prices and stuff. And I want to say I agreed on them that day because y'all, when I tell you, the day that I went in there, because he had told me the prices before on the phone and he sent me like a list of what all the car had, and he went over it with me with the prices and stuff. I don't know, y'all, it happened so fast, so I'm trying to think of it off the top of my head. Okay, so after he did that, he had a list and he was telling me, and then he had went back there, and I guess they got to get a quote because you have to submit your credit car and they got to see her credit. And initially, before, they thought I needed a co-signer, so I was scared. My dad did not want to co-sign on the car with me because he thinks that I don't know how to pay my bills like that, but I do. So initially they were saying I needed a co-signer, but I don't know what happened. I guess my credit came back and I did not need a co-signer. So my car is all me. Like, I don't have nobody on there. I'm the owner, okay? So my dad was happy about that. I was like, oh my gosh, this must really be meant for me, because all this stuff was falling into place. Like, it was just falling into place, like one thing. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is really my car, because like everything happened so easily, so fast. He had came back with a quote and it was still pretty high, and then he was like, wait a minute, let me go back here and let me go talk some things out. So when he came back, y'all, tell me why the amount dropped. He dropped it, like he took some off for me. I was like, oh my gosh, y'all, this, like, it's crazy how this happened, you know what I'm saying? So obviously when he brought back that lower quote, I was like, if all this stuff is falling into place, I'm just going to sign the down payment, sign my name on this car, and I'm going to get this car, okay? So I paid the down payment. I want to say the down payment was like $3,000. The down payment was $3,000, so I paid the down payment right then and there on my credit card, well, my debit card. I went back there to go print out the paper and give me a copy, but y'all, this is where it gets good. He came back with the paper and he was explaining to me all the stuff that my car had in it. So as he was explaining to me, he was like, oh, I didn't realize this car had this in it. Oh, this is different. So he looked at the VIN number, and then he looked at the VIN number that he showed me the first time. Tell me why he sold me a different car. Y'all, he sold me a different car than what I went in there for. Basically, the car that he sold me was better than the car that he thought he sold me. And when I tell you my mouth dropped, like I got scared. I was like, and y'all, I already had signed the down payment and everything, so he had to give me that car that I signed the down payment for. So basically I got an AMG line car instead of just the regular GLB model. Like, my model has the diamond grille, it has the AMG line seats, it has carbon fiber, the seats are trimmed in red stitching like a Rubicon. I have AMG rims, I have a third row seat, and I have a panoramic sunroof. Oh my gosh, y'all, that's how I know this car was meant for me, because everything was just happening so fast. The GLA 250 that I made on the Mercedes website, I put an AMG line in there just because, like, I don't know. But the one that he was going to sell me, it didn't have that. The first car that he was going to sell me. So I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I was so happy. And then, yeah, I went home. And I think the car was in another state, so they had to ship it to the dealership. And when I went back to go sign all my other papers, like, you have to go back and you have to sign like a stack of papers. I still have the folder over there. You have to sign a stack of papers, y'all. And I got a maintenance package, which was more money, but it's all good. I think when you buy a Mercedes, you need to get a maintenance package, because if not, then you're going to be paying a lot of money on maintenance. So when you get that maintenance package, you just pay a little extra more a month, and then, like, if something breaks, then they'll fix it because it's part of what you're paying for. So I got that, and I got another package to tint my windows because I wanted my windows tinted. So yes, I got my windows tinted. And yeah, it was time for me to go pick up the car. I might put a video over here of me picking up the car. Okay, so I'm the dealership right now, and here goes my car. It's so pretty. And it has my name. Not gonna show the tank. Almost fell. I already made a video, like I said, but I might just include this little clip right here. And yes, I manifested that real fast, to be honest. Like, I put that. Okay, you guys, so I'm back, and I just want to share this journal entry before I edit this video. I know this video is going up late on vlogmas day 2, but I thought about this journal entry that I did, and I just want to show you. Okay, I'm gonna try to read it fast, but I said today was great, and I wrote this on March 22nd, 2021. Okay, I said today was great. Work was super easy. I finished everything in the morning. My Instagram likes are lowering. I remember in 2019 I was happy, I was getting likes, but that changed quick. I really want to grow them organically, but it's super hard nowadays. Anyways, that will come up soon. But I drove today. I'm getting better every day. Y'all, this was before I got my license, and I was practicing driving every day. So I said I drove every day. I'm getting better every day. The more I drive, the more I love it. I was also pretty productive when I got off work. Okay, so this next part is me manifesting, like speaking my affirmations, saying that I like, you know, saying that I will get this and yada yada yada. Remember, this was May 22nd, 2021. This is way before I even thought about getting my license. Okay, I said I will be getting my license next month. I didn't get it next month, but I got it in May. So I said I will be getting my license next month, and I will be getting a new car soon, not used. I will be leasing a car. My Instagram likes will increase drastically. My social media presence will be popular. I will be happy, and I will become closer to God. Wow. I will become, that's so sweet. And then I put like this quote. I said that your faith might not rest in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. And y'all, I wrote this March 22nd, 2021. Oh my gosh, y'all. It was day 2. I'm also trying to start back journaling, but let's get back to the video so I can end it. I just wanted to pop in and share this because this is amazing. That GLB up on my board, and I want to say like within a week later, it was mine. It's crazy, but I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna try to be making more manifestation videos, like how I manifested it, what I did, and whatnot. Yeah, so please subscribe for that if you want to see more videos. It's more stuff that I want to try to manifest. Like the next thing is my business. I want to get more sales, so I want to try to manifest that. Okay, so if you want to join me on that journey, I might be posting studio vlogs and stuff like that while I'm working on my candles and stuff. So it's gonna be very calming and very relaxing. So if you want to see that, please subscribe. Okay, but yes, this is the story of how I manifested my dream car. And yes, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.
It's on you.